Рас, рас. Рас. Мгм.
Кама папа.
Саламат Сальфа.
Саламат папа.
Саламат Сабон. Так, Асылбек Назым. Асылбек Назым. НБ. Бақытжан Ел.
Бар апай.
Бақытжан
Асылбек
Ел.
Назым бар.
Енді неге шықпайды? Связьға.
Отыр.
Көріп тұрған жоқпын мен. Асылбек Назым НБ. Бақытжан Ел.
Назым.
МБ. Кенжеханова Назым. МБ. Мақсудов Сейдахмет. МБ. Сайлаубаев Ербұлан. МБ. Исламхан Шырайлым.
Отыр.
Плюс. Ал?
Бар.
Бармын.
Ертерек шықпайсың ба?
Сайлау бар. Асылбек бар, апай.
Асылбек шыққан жоқ, дауысын естіген жоқ. Балташева, Айзада.
Саламатсыздар, бар.
Бекболат,
Бар, апай.
Әбітай, Данабек.
Бар, Данабек.
Так, өшіреміз дауыстарымызды. Только жағамыз, когда мен айтам фамилияларымды. Так, Жанболат. Жанболат. Так, Жуантай.
Бар, апай.
Жұмамұрат. Жұмамұрат. Идаятова. Идаятова.
Звук басылып қалыпты, апай, бармын.
Ага. Так, өшіре сал звугыңды. Кеңес Гүлдана.
Бар, сәлеметсіз бе?
Қуатбек.
Бар, сәлеметсіз бе?
Так. Құмарова.
Сәлеметсіз, бармын.
Назымова.
Иә, бар. Шығып тұр ма дауысың?
Я, Назымова. Так, Нұрахмет.
Бармын, апай.
Сайлау.
Апай, бармын, бар.
Сәлеметсіз,
Так.
бармын, апай.
Сәдірова. Сәдірова. Жоқ, СМБ. Так, сонымен Асылбек Назым бар ма, жоқ па?
Апай, мөлдір отыр ғой.
Қай мөлдір?
Бар, апай, саламатсыз ба? Иә, тут.
Кім?
Вы меня слышите?
Кім бұл?
Назым.
Назым.
А, Назым.
Да, Асылбек.
Сен неге үндемейсің бағанадан бері?
Все нормально, звук.
Все, теперь слышно.
Да.
Сәдірова бар?
Серіккызы М даусым шықты ма?
А, шықты, все.
Апай, Гүлнұр белгілеріңіз бар.
Қай Гүлнұр?
Рахмет.
Нұрахмет, белгілеп қойдың ғой.
Мөлдір Садирова тоже бармын деп чатқа жазып жіберіпті.
Все.
Бармын, даусым шықты
Все,
ма?
шықты.
Все.
Енді өшіреміз бәрттен дауысты. Лекция бастаймыз. Lecture 11, Process and Regulation. The regulation contation for the following structural elements, title, page, first, purpose and scope, normative reference, terms and definition, process owner, exit and process, impact, files, process execution, process management, process resource, documentation and archiving, the procedure for for making change, newsletter, list of registration of the change, familiarization of employees. Title page contains the stamp of approval of the head of the organization, the name of the structural unit in which the process is implemented, the name of the document type, process regulation, the name of the process, the visa of the developer on the document who check it with the document and interested parties. First section, purpose and the scope, contains two subsections, which reflects that this process establishes the order of the process and is instant, for example, to manufacture products, to continuously improve the quality management system and ensure the system of process ATS. He incited that all function and work performed during the process apply to the name of the unit is given. Second section, normative references. This section indicated with regulatory documents were used in the development of the document, state, international, industrial documents, as well internal regulatory documents of the organization. Third section, terms and definitions. This section provides terms and definitions of concepts used in the development of the document. Fourth section, process owner, exit and process impulse. The section consists of several subsections. Process owner, the subsection specification, the name of the positive, of the owner the process, as well as in which documents his main duties established. All past process. This process subsection specification the clients of the process.
What is ISO?
Так, сейчас еще просмотрим одно видео, и на сегодня у нас лекция закончится.
The International Organization for Standardization, ISO, creates many different types of standards. ISO is made up of standards institutes from 154 different countries. Member countries work together to develop and approve standards. International standards for business, government, and society. www.iso.ch. What is ISO 22000? It is a food safety management system, FSMS, that uses a management systems approach as well as a CCP process. The goal of ISO 22000 is to provide one internationally recognized standard for a food safety management system that can be applied to any organization in the food chain. What is FSSC 22000? FSSC 22000 is a food safety certification scheme that uses ISO 22000 and POT 220. POT 220 specifies requirements for prerequisite programs for food manufacturers. This document was added to ISO 22000 to create a system that could be benchmarked by the Global Food Safety Initiative, FSSC 22000 or ISO 22000. Manufacturers can choose ISO 22000 or FSSC 22000. If your customers want a GFSI registration scheme, then you will use FSSC 22000. You will need to evaluate your market and determine which standard is most appropriate. FSSC 22000 applies only to food manufacturer, so if you are not a manufacturer, you will use ISO 22000. Implementation techniques and overview. Implementation steps and overview. You will need to develop an implementation plan that covers education on the requirements of the standard, a comparison of your current system to the requirements of ISO/FSSC 22000, gap analysis, a timeline of implementation tasks identified by the gap analysis, development of your CCP plan, documentation of your system, implementation and steps and overview. Assign a food safety management team. This team will be active in the design and development of the FSMS and participate in the continued management of the system. Assign a management team, 22000 steering team. This team will be active in both the development of and the ongoing management of the FSMS. Implementation steps and overview. The management team will act as a steering team for the project, assigning responsibilities, providing resources, and coordinating the project. The management team can assign task teams to work on specific processes that must be designed and documented for the FSMS. Implementation steps and overview. Each task team will evaluate the current process that they are assigned to versus the requirements of the standard. Use information from the gap analysis. Modify the process to meet requirements. Document and implement the process. Submit to management team for review and approval. Implementation steps and overview. After the task teams have designed and documented a new or modified process, it must be implemented. Train all employees that are involved in performing the process. When required processes have all been implemented, start your internal audit program and management review meetings. Implementation steps and overview. Use information from internal audits and management review to make improvements to the FSMS. Run your system long enough to generate records for the registrar to audit. Make sure all employees are trained on your 22000 FSMS. Have the registrar conduct your registration audit. The requirements essay summary. Requirements. General summary. The organization must develop an effective system that meets the requirements of the standard and document, implement and maintain the system. The system must be evaluated and updated to stay current. Requirements. Management is summary. Management must be involved and committed to the FSMS. They will write the food safety policy and be responsible for making sure it is communicated and implemented. Top management must be involved in the design and implementation of the FSMS. Many specific responsibilities are assigned to top management to ensure their input and participation. After implementation, management will conduct management review to ensure continued effectiveness of the system. Requirements, resources summary. The FSMS must clarify what resources, human and physical, are required to create safe products. During development of the system, you will determine how to ensure competent personnel, identify training that is required, and identify the infrastructure and work environment required. Requirements, product/service realization summary. Your organization will need to plan all of the processes that go into making your product to ensure that it is safe. Prerequisite programs will be established, implemented, and evaluated on an ongoing basis. If you are looking for FSSC 22000 certification, your prerequisite programs must meet the requirements of POT 220. If you are a manufacturer looking for ISO 22000 certification, use a technical specification ISO/TS 22002-1-2009. Requirements, product/service realization summary. Establish and document a system for collecting preliminary information for hazard analysis, conducting hazard analysis, establishing and maintaining a CCP plan, conducting verification activities, tracing product, materials and distribution. Requirements, non-conforming products summary. Establish and document a system for controlling all non-conforming product. When a critical control point is exceeded, potentially unsafe product must be identified, assessed, controlled, and dispositioned appropriately. An established withdrawal process is necessary so quick action can be taken if needed. Identify corrections and corrective actions to be taken to eliminate the nonconformity and the cause of the nonconformity. Requirements, validation summary. Establish and document the process to validate control measures before they are implemented. Plan for revalidation when changes are made. Ensure that all measuring and monitoring devices and methods are capable of providing the accuracy needed. Requirements, verification summary. Establish and document an internal audit process. Train auditors and plan internal audits to establish an audit program to measure the effectiveness of the FSMS. Implement a process for the food safety team to evaluate and analyze verification results and take any necessary actions. Requirements, improvement summary. Continually improve the FSMS through the use of management review, internal audits, corrective actions, verification results, validation results. Update the FSMS. 22,000 all-in-one package. Simplify your project. Sign your facility up for the 22,000 premium online all-in-one package and have immediate access to all the expertise and tools you need to get started today. $1,497. Getting started.
Так, лекцияны бүгінге аяқтаймыз қазір. Енді 15-15-те кіреміз, потому что бізде уақыт бітіп баратыр. Қазір мынаны лақта жерде видео түсірмей қалады. 15-15-те практикаға кіреміз. Бағана нелеріңізді салып қойдыңыздар ғой, СРМП-ларыңызды. Соларды мен мына жерден шығарып беремін сіздерге. Сіздер сол бойынша бағанағы командамен ба кіммен шығып отырасыздар. Жарай ма? Естіліп тұр ма мені?
Хорошо, апай.
Все. 15-15-те кездесеміз.